I know you've touched on this a lot, but a lot of people think, even like Justin Gaethje said, that your will is just stronger than Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira, quote, breaks, but that was what, like 4 years ago when he broke against Paul Felder. Do you still view him as that same fighter? Is that always going to be there, or is that just so long in the past you can't even take that into consideration?
I mean, if it's in there, we'll find out, but I can't bank on that, you know. We'll see. He showed grit in his last fight against Chandler. You know, he got hurt, almost got finished, came back and knocked the guy out. So if that's, you know, your last fight is the one I go off of, and he showed championship grit.
Dustin, back here, right in the middle. We saw on Embedded, you were talking to your daughter through the video chat. Are they going to be here for the fight, the family, this week?
They land today. This is my daughter's first fight week. Yeah, they land today.
All right, cool. I was going to ask that is it stressful for you to have them, or is it kind of more motivating, like distraction-wise? How do you kind of view having them?
No, I love my family, and they come with me to training camp the whole time. And she was actually born on the day that Nate Diaz fought Conor. I forget what UFC number that was, but we were in the hospital room, rented it from UFC.com on my laptop, went pick up some food. You know, she was born into this. I have a gym back home. She was raised in the gym too. This is just life. It's not a big deal to her, you know.
And I know that you missed Thanksgiving, so sorry to bring it up, but what's your favorite pie, man?
Damn, I like pecan pie, man. I really do. But I'm gonna catch up on all that for Christmas.
There you go. Best of luck, Dustin.
Hey, Dustin, right here. Dustin, not only yourself, but you got two other Louisiana guys fighting on the card. I mean, is that any extra motivation? I know they're not necessarily direct teammates, but do you feel like there is going to be a bit of setting the bar early for the South?
Man, we got to put on for Louisiana for sure. But I know both guys pretty well. Me and Matt actually have trained together for years and years and years. We were at the same gym for a while in Louisiana. He came out to American Top Team. We were training together there. And I've been knowing him for a long time. I've cornered him before he made it to the UFC. So it's good to see those faces and be around those guys on fight week. You know, we're a long way from the rodeo arenas we fought in Louisiana.
And to talk to you a little bit about other stuff going on in the lightweight division, just your thoughts on the other big fight coming up, Makhachev versus Beneil Dariush.
It's a fun matchup. You know, Dariush is on a streak. Makhachev is dangerous. We'll get to see how good his ground game really is when they hit the mat. You know, obviously his wrestling's really good, but Dariush is dangerous in all positions. It's a fun fight. You know, the lightweight division I've said it over and over again, been very top heavy for the last few years. And it seems like it's not going anywhere.
Is Justin Gaethje a different guy than when you fought him, in your opinion?
I'm not sure. It's tough to say. You know, I know a lot of people thought he made a huge jump when he fought Tony, and I do think he is improving. I just think Tony made him look really good as well. It was a good matchup. But no, he's tough, man. He's tough.
Final one, you've got the original, you've got the knockout edition. If you win the belt, is there going to be a championship edition hot sauce?
Man, we're launching this week a 3-pack with gold labels for championship week. It's not a different sauce, it's the same original sauce with gold labels. We're gonna do a limited run of 2,100 because this is gonna be my 21st win in the UFC. And $10 from every pack is going to the Good Fight Foundation. We're trying to raise money for Second Harvest Food Bank to provide 300,000 meals in Louisiana to underserved communities that need it. So yeah, we're trying to tie everything in together.
Thank you and good luck.
Yeah.
Mike's off. Your last two fights had a lot of kind of emotional buildup with Conor. How's this one different in terms of like your headspace for this particular fight?
It's smooth sailing, you know, not a lot of back and forth. He seems respectful, but at the end of the day, it's a fight. You know, this is warfare when we get in there. So the more mature me, I don't really pay all that a whole lot of mind. Even in the Conor fights and the buildup, I didn't really get too caught up in it. I don't really care about that stuff anymore. I know what matters. So even if this was a crazy back and forth verbal exchange, it wouldn't. When the bell rings Saturday night, it's gonna be the same result.
Just a follow up to that, your wife was also involved in some back and forth. At least it got to her when you were fighting Conor. How's she doing with this particular fight? Is there a lot of relief in the house this time around?
There wasn't any tension in the house before. Just like I said, when my daughter was born into this, my wife drove me to my first fight. I didn't have a car. She drove me across state lines to Arkansas, and I fought in a rodeo arena back in 2007 maybe. So she knows this game as well as, probably better than some people in the car.
Dustin, hey, here in the back. As you mentioned, there's a lot going on in the lightweight division, and it seems like Justin Gaethje will be the next one to challenge after this. But there was a lot of talk about that. A lot of people felt Makhachev deserved it. In your opinion, who is the most deserving lightweight to challenge for the title after this fight?
I don't know, man. That's Dana, Sean, and Mick's job. I don't play matchmaker. I just try to put these guys away. Like I said, it's top heavy. I'm not sure. Gaethje had a title fight and then won one since then, right?
Yeah.
But he beat a guy Chandler was coming off a win, so I don't know, man. It's tough. It's been murky waters. It's hard to, pick who's next.
And you mentioned moving up to welterweight in the future. Obviously, Colby Covington has had a lot of negative things to say about you, and that's where he resides. Is that a fight that interests you in the future?
We'll see. I'm not sure how soon I'm going to make that jump, especially if I become the world champion Saturday. I have to, defend the belt, and I have to be here for a while and establish myself as a world champion. But everybody's on the list if I move up,
Dustin, down here to your left. You touched on, obviously, the win being your 21st, if you get it, but I believe in January 1st will be the 10-year anniversary of you making UFC debut at UFC 125.
11 year.
Oh, 11. I can't even count, man, anyway. But anyway, how would you assess the journey? Because you've had ups and downs, and you picked yourself back up off the figurative canvas many times. So how would you assess the journey so far?
Beautiful, man. A learning experience. It helped me become the fighter I am, but also the person I am. I just hope I can pass on these lessons I've learned to my daughter, to other fighters in the future. It's more than fighting.